Have you been seriously considering buying a house and you're hearing all these stories about multiple offer situations and way over asking price? Well, in today's video, we're going to give you a behind the scenes look of some recent conversation we've had with several of our sellers and how they determined which offer to pick. Coming right up.
Welcome back. We are Janie and Jeremy with the Snider family group at Keller Williams Realty Partners in Overland Park, a suburb of Kansas City.
If this is the first video you've watched of ours or you've seen all of our videos and you like it, please give us a thumbs up, and in the comments give us your experience if you've been thinking about buying a home here in the near future. Now, recently we've had a bunch of folks come to us that are interested in buying a home. And they're hearing all of these stories, whether it's on the news or through friends, about the multiple offer situations, about way over asking. And I think that scares some people. So I thought we'd put a video together to talk about the conversations we've recently had with several of our listings, several of our sellers, and what the discussion was at helping them pick which offer they liked best.
That's right.
So kind of tell us a little bit about some of these offers we've seen.
Yeah, so in the last several listings that we've had, they've all been multiple offer situations. And when we sit down with the sellers and talk through the different offers and the different details of each offer, it's amazing how many similarities we see, and then the few things that we see that set the winning offers apart. And we just wanted to give our buyers some insight on how to win that. So, of course, we're seeing above list price. It seems like the listing price these days is the starting price, and it goes up from there. And we're seeing anywhere from about 5 to 10% above the list price is where the winning offers tend to be coming in at. Many offers or buyers are offering to purchase the home as is, and that can be a little scary. And until you know a little bit more about what that means. So as is, depending on how you structure it, but for the most part, you still have the right to conduct all inspections. That's important. That is critical for most buyers to be able to still have that right. What as is means is when you're done conducting the inspections, you are telling the seller up front that you are not going to negotiate for inspection repairs or credits for you to do repairs later. You are either going to accept the house as is, or you're going to cancel the contract because perhaps something was found that's a deal breaker for you. So that we're seeing almost across the board with the vast majority of offers that are coming in. It's kind of expected these days. And then lastly, it boils down to appraisal issues because, of course, with having to offer higher prices, sellers are concerned, hey, I'd love to take this high offer, but is it going to appraise? So in that scenario, cash offers are beating out most other offers, but not everybody is a cash buyer. Not all of our buyers are cash buyers, and so we are coming up with strategies like so many others to compete against the cash buyers. We recently had one accepted. We beat a cash buyer with, and our buyer is getting a loan, but we put in an appraisal waiver, and that just says, hey, if it doesn't appraise, the buyer is willing to cover the difference or X amount towards the difference of the purchase price and the appraisal value if the appraisal value comes in low. So again, we are seeing some sort of appraisal waiver on the majority of offers that are coming in on our listings when we're reviewing with sellers, and then many of the buyers that we're working with are doing an appraisal waiver if they are able to in order to compete against the cash buyers.
Now, when you're looking from our listing standpoint, when you had the conversations, did you see? Was there ever just a clear winner? Was it like, boom, this is it by far?
It's really interesting to sit at that table with the sellers because honestly, most times, no. There is not a clear winner. It's amazing how the offers will come in at very similar prices, and buyers and agents now know these three things that I just mentioned for strategies of how to win a bidding war. Those are becoming common. So they're all coming in with a lot of these same things, and so then we have to sit down with sellers and say, okay, let's dig deeper and let's look at some other things that are in the offer. Those, price and inspection and appraisal, those are the biggies.
Right.
But if they're all similar, let's review some of the other details that really do matter in the process of going from contract to a home to closing on a home. And those are the strategies that we are learning and using and sharing with our buyers. We're not going to share it all in the video because it's not for the world to know. Then it wouldn't be a strategy. But these are some strategies that we have implemented so that we can help our buyers win bidding wars during this wild market that we're in.
And are you finding that from a buyer perspective, how many offers are they having to make until they become the winning bid?
Well, my goal is that they're only making one, maybe two offers and they're done. That's my goal, is to get them into something, because it's very frustrating to continue for a buyer to continuously lose. But we are hearing that on average, most buyers are making offers on anywhere from 5 to 8 different homes over time before they finally either win a bidding war or just give up and say, forget it, we don't want to compete in this market. And that's what's discouraging, because if buyers want to buy a house, we want to use some of these strategies to help those buyers get into a home at the time frame that's important to them. No matter what the market is.
I understand. So if you're thinking about wanting to buy a home in this market and you want to talk to us in a little more detail, here, all of our contact information is here on the screen. It's here in the show notes. Please reach out, whether by email or by phone.
We'd love to help you out and share some of these strategies with you.